Hey everybody, welcome back to South Mountain Creamery. So it is still raining. I think it was raining when we last left off here. And we are still putting down our corn. See by the mini map, we have corn in 27 and we're putting corn in 26 at the moment. We were a little late getting started. We were trying to do some last minute troubleshooting on that multiplayer problem we had. And took a file out, and now we need to sync that file up to the cloud drive so Darren can download it, and we'll give it another go and see if he can manipulate triggers and doors and such. Hey Patty, hey Talgar, and DB3005, what is up? What's up, Anubis and Anthony? How y'all doing tonight? Doing this field with course play earlier and forgot to save the course before I closed the game out in order to make a quick change, but I don't think I did too bad trying to line up the GPS course to match. Just missed a couple spots. I hear you about the dim. That was a the whole terrain mapping and leveling and things. That's I'm no good at that. I end up making horrid jaggedy bits all over the place. We're back in our case with our working wiper blade. I'm sorry to hear about Anthony. Things get a little better for you a little bit here soon. What are you trying to do, DB? Hey, Bert. I think this is a pretty cool bit of kit. I do wish it did have the hoses and everything going back to the back, but that is a feature that we're going to see in 19. They talk about hoses, dynamic hoses, kind of, as well as hoses attaching front hoppers to rear seeders and fertilizer spreaders. So that's some pretty cool news. Excited to look at that. Are you looking to? So you're looking to match that terrain with like Google Earth and stuff? All right. Go check out Dirty Tractor Doctor. He did a series on it, and I was able to follow that and get it to work. Pretty darn good. I did have a little bit of a hiccup in the last stage, but that was there was a little there was a little mistake in his video where he had a different setting than what I needed to do, but first several videos of his playlist are going to work out perfectly. Okay. I don't have a clue how to do anything other than what he's Dirty Tractor showed. I don't know. Bert, I must have missed something. I don't understand that comment. Here, where are we at? I've uploaded 400 of 688 megs, so it's chugging. It's just a little slower now that I've started the stream up. Ah, hey, White Wolf Assassin. Hey, Haggard Farms. Oh, I don't know anything about roads. I basically traced the roads in a gravel texture, and that's about as far as I've gotten. Is tracing roads. Then I started putting down a dirt ground for where the trees and woods were going to go. I haven't been back on the map since. It's got too much going on. Oh, the changes of night. Well, they did post the system requirements in a while ago, and they didn't look too terrible compared to 17's minimum requirements. I was looking at that that image. Where was that image? Where's that out of? I mean, you know, what part of the country is that? It just started, didn't it? Didn't school just start for you? The PDA that you put, the Google Earth image. Where does that come out of? Oh, we're gonna run and get some fertilizer, it looks like. How many more passes we can get done before we need to get that fertilizer? Another thing I was going to go do is go check the wool and see how we were doing on wool. Might sell some wool today. Okay, Missouri. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool picture. That could easily be your like your preview image when you're map selecting, or just a general you know, title slide or something for the map. Five. I think we're probably going to be able to do one more run, and then we're going to need to go fill up with fertilizer. All right, about 100 more megs to go on the upload. It looked pretty good. I liked it. I didn't look. I don't remember the PDA exactly, but there's some large bodies of water in that area. All right, let's go fill up our fertilizer. We shouldn't be crossing over the field here, but we're just going to do it anyway. Let's see. Fertilizer. So let's open the front there and see how we see. Guess we could stock that too while we're in here. Hold those down. To the boxes. Lids open up on those. No, they don't. Alright, let's see. Alright, it's done syncing. Should be able to download it.
Alrighty.
That. Too close to the edge to make that turn. Thought we were full, but nope. One fertilizer. Stick it over here. Get up, and let's head on back over the field. Hey, Kenworth, what's up? Well, you can make it to the stream. Oh, well, well, that's always good to hear. Well, pick that cedar up are going to destroy it. When's the first rodeo that you'd be able to, I guess, sign up for and compete in? Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're just over here on the Mountain Creamery. Trying to get some corn in the ground. We're a little early for the corn, but I'm pretty confident that the temperatures will reach the minimum requirement temperature long before we run risk of losing our corn. Got field 28 left to plant, and then we need to go up and plant 3, 4, 5, and 6 in corn for the BGA operation. Got a lot of corn to put in the ground between now and well, when corn can't be put in the ground anymore, which is, I guess, what, end of early summer? Maybe it's midsummer. Let's look. Yep, we got until the end of early summer to get our corn in.
All right, let me know when you're ready for a sink.
Oh, anytime. Sinking. Shouldn't take too long. All right, how's it look on your end? Oh, the Unimog. Which one'd you get?
Unfortunately, the same.
All right. I mean, the only thing I see on my end is a error related to something on the auto stacker. Specializations, bale loader, extension Lua, temp to index field, bale loader, null value it says. But that bale stack was in before we did, back when we were prepping stuff, because Spectre was whining all about how it was just a 10 stack as opposed to 16. Pretty sure we had we had traffic on at that point, yeah. October, so you got another whole month to wait. Hey, John. What's up? How many pallets of wool do we have? Hey Ed, what's up?
I'm showing none.
Stop draining. I got full and 6% of it. funny because when I was over there seeding, I thought for sure it was raining. Maybe it's raining on this side of the farm. Maybe it literally just stopped. I don't know. Am I doing any testing for 19? I don't think I will have the. I don't think there's any way I'd be able to get an advance of 19. Be cool if I could, but I don't hold much hope out for that. See here. Let's I'm gonna do some tandem planting.
All right. Where are you at? What are you planning?
Corn. Pick up. Said I'm back. I'm over on 26 now. That won't last long. 28. Well, I think that Ed, the folks that are registered as media partners with Giants, I think they would have access to 19 early, and I have absolutely no idea how one would request media access. And I suspect that I wouldn't qualify anyway. I don't know what their qualifications are, but I suspect that they would probably want somebody with a bit more maybe viewership than I have. But I am excited about 19 for sure. I've been mulling over my head quite a bit about how to tackle map videos of 19 based on the different play styles with respect to the different difficulty levels. I guess they might not even be called difficulty levels anymore. They might be more like just play styles, really, because of the fact that because they're so different. I mean, you got one that is just like normal, where you've got a farm, you got equipment, you got money, and starter stuff and everything. And then the other two difficulty levels are so different. You know, you get either a whole lot of money or not much at all, or if any, and you don't get any land and you don't get any equipment. And you got to basically buy it all up from scratch and build it all out. So, you know, if you don't want to build your own farm, then you're stuck playing that one other level, which typically would be referred to as easy in 17, but yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily the right way to look at it. Because maybe people don't want to build out their own farm; they just want to start with something. And if they're then stuck playing in easy mode with really high prices for everything, that might not be something that they that's overly enjoyable. Hey Will, what's up? Glad you could drop by. We're gonna do a little tandem seeding here in a bit. Waiting on Darren to get some seed and fertilizer in his contraption. Just finished raining here. It rains every day in Florida, doesn't it? Just about, probably. This map is based in the U.S., that is right. Yeah, hot and nasty humid, probably because of all the rain. So we're kind of excited that we got word that our oldest, who's in high school now, she's in the band, and at some point, I guess, in the well, in April, she's going to be in Florida for her birthday. So in April, they're going on a band trip to Orlando. Typical Disney trip. It's pretty cool. I think it's like 3 nights, 4 days. It's okay, Haggard. I'm not running the ultra realism. I'm not been out of shape about not being ultra realistic. Yeah, they leave one afternoon on April and spend a night at a hotel in South Carolina, and then finish the road trip to Orlando the next day. I think get there about midday, and then go to a park, one of the parks, and then they have dinner and everything. Then the next day, they spend most of the day at the park, and apparently they're also going to then participate in one of the Disney parades, playing in one of the Disney parades, which is pretty cool. And they do a couple other bandy things there while they're there. Then they got another day or so there that they get to go to parks again. And then they have a long day. They go to the park in the morning and basically stay there all day. Then they get in the bus after dinner and basically take a ride non-stop all the way back to home. She plays the sax. Well, I put the seed hopper on the front because I was running out of seed so quick with just the seed in the back. It'd take me 3 times as long to get the field done. Oh, the trombone. In fact, next Friday we might not be streaming. We'll have to see. Because next Friday we've got home football game. Of course, she's going to be at that. We'll be there. Last Friday she had a scrimmage, and we were able to. Well, we left at halftime because our youngest is 4. We left at halftime, and I was able to get back here and get ready for stream action. I was going to let you go. I'll just fall in behind and beside.
No, just go ahead.
Get off. There we go. Hey Jay, what is up? This is her first year. So she gets, I think they have like six home games or something. And of course they have band competitions and probably parades and everything like that. Yeah, it can be it can be a quite it can be a cheap evening of entertainment for sure. Just go out and watch the local football game. don't know if we'll get this field done before nightfall or not. She's having a blast now. You know, they have they've got practice 3 evenings a week after school. So we got to pick her up at like 5:30, 3 nights a week. So they are out in the field learning learning routines and whatnot. But the eternal debate of debate seems to never go away, and that is the question or the statement that the band isn't a sport, so to speak. What college? That's right, they do. In fact, not that it's more, but you know, the fact they're out there a couple weeks before school starts, learning stuff. They've got to memorize they got to memorize their marching songs, which are typically 4 or so. Then they also have to memorize all of the prep songs, the pep songs and whatnot that they do in the stands. They've got to remember all the positions that they got to move to and move around as a team. I was in percussion, and you got to carry those drums around, and those drums aren't light. You get quite hot. You don't see too many football players walking around, you know, doing a 5-mile parade march. About setting up just a little bit. Not yet. Not with this wavy field. Oh! There we go. Hit the wrong button there. Alright, Bert. Check you later. There you go. You gotta stay fit too. Murray State, okay. I try to get our kid to watch the Ohio State band. They are they do some pretty good routines. Let's see here. No. It's like I've got GPS set. You know how to pull GPS up? I'm sure you do. You hit the little shopping cart above the new button. Copy my course. Yeah, Ohio State band, they're pretty cool. Sometimes I like to just pull out watch their videos of their halftime shows. But, you know, she's been playing since 6th grade. So this is her 4th year of actually playing. And we still haven't paid the sax off. That darn thing is expensive. Now, the college that she's likely to go to is the same one that me and her mother work at. They don't have a marching band, so she would have to miss out on that opportunity. What color shirt are we in? We're in a white shirt. Wonder what kind of shirt Darren's in. Let's see. I missed. Oh, I missed it. What color shirt did you put on today? Got my favorite white plaid.
I always wear green. That's why I'm called the Green Dog.
So next week probably won't be, well, may or may not be a Friday stream. If we don't stream Friday, then we'll roll it over into Saturday. Now, for those that were watching the stream last night on Maplewood, hey Genetic J, I went to record the map video for Maplewood, and I went to go to the mod hub to pull it up to do my little deal where I do, you know, read a little bit of the description and such. And the map wasn't there anymore. Not sure where it went. But Maplewood has fallen off the mod hub. So, I posted a message on Landy Boy's Discord to just see what was up. And I haven't heard anything back yet. No shock there because I posted it, I don't know, maybe about 2 hours ago. And you know, that would be like midnight UK time. Well, I saw over at Black Sheep's Discord, somebody posted a message that was over on white bull modding. That the Hills of Slovenia was pulled, but apparently that one was pulled due to a use of a model or something without prior permission or something like that. But no idea why maple wood was pulled. I mean, there have been some instances where a mod has fallen off the mod hub only to be updated soon afterwards and reposted. Like I said, I don't know. So needless to say, I kind of held off on that video. Didn't want to post a video where the only guy that was, or where the only link was to scraper sites. Well, you don't want to bust the knee out again. I guess, are they going to have you wear a brace? Are you allowed to wear a brace when you do that kind of stuff? Or are they worried about hurting the animals? You blame Haggard, but you know you want to. A little bit down there. Got to get on that little side. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the movie. Uh-oh. Out of corn. Oops. And I jump out of the tractor by hitting the wrong button. I gotta go refill. Back. Down. Off. What's up? This pallet here. Right. That full. So on that map that you posted, are you looking to maybe put in some kind of some stuff specific to the region? I don't know. I don't know what would be specific to the region to even give an example. Side is full. A lot of grass. Stabbed some did pretty darn good on that. Tell you, these bags of corn, they're pretty cool. Alright, let's head on back. Let's take care of this a little bit while we're back here. Hey guys, I want to ask you a question related to multiplayer. The Hofbergman server is kind of winding down. I think lots of people are kind of losing interest after several weeks of Hofbergman. So I had an idea earlier today, actually, about switching the map over and switching the mods over and doing some forestry multiplayer on one of the FDR logging maps. We talked about FDR's logging map, is one of his newer maps yesterday in last night's stream. So I thought, well, what if for a couple weeks, wouldn't be too long, might be for like 2 weeks. What if for a couple weeks we set up my server that's currently running Hoff? What if we set it up running an FDR logging map and just did some multiplayer logging? Be open to anyone in my Discord channel to hop in and participate in. Wouldn't really have much goals other than to log the heck out of the map. Use some of the FDR logging mods. He just released version 13 of his mod set. But we would just do the logging for a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks, and then switch it over to something else. So I posted it in the multiplayer channel that I've got set up. I don't know if anyone's read or commented back yet. Yeah. If it does happen, it would probably be here in a week or so. You want to crash the map? That would definitely crash it. Unless you were real careful in cutting trees and hauling them off right away. But you know, it was your comment in the multiplayer channel related to kind of winding down the game cycle. Folks are more interested in 19 than 17. Made me think about well, what about logging and using the game for a purpose that it really isn't its main purpose. That would be to set up multiplayer on a logging exclusive map. Use some logging mods that were designed and built for just that purpose of logging. At least that one transformer didn't blow up everybody's power. I've not been 6 hours into it, but I have put in hours on a map before between game saves and lost progress, so I understand that, but never 6 hours, thankfully. I have to admit, I had the idea watching, when I was watching FDR Logging's video where he was talking about version 13 of his mod pack. So I downloaded all his stuff just before the stream, which pretty much included all his maps that he's done and version 13 stuff. It's all over, posted on his Patreon channel. It's linked. It's got a link to his Google Drive. You don't have to be a Patreon to get access to the stuff, which is pretty cool. Guess Darren's back there filling up. I'm going to finish this little corner out and then we'll advance to tomorrow.
Alright, sounds good.
How much capital do you think you've got there, Raznik? I was in a little bit earlier, doing just some daily chores, if you will, and I was checking the money situation out. I'm at 1.3 million. Spectre was just over $1 million, and then most everybody else was in the mid 100,000s. He's not getting out of modding. He's, like many people, really turning his attention to 19. I mean, all of his mods earlier used to have FDR logging branding on them and everything. And on version 13, he basically pulled all the FDR logging branding off all of his stuff. It's all clean and everything. He was getting people requesting that he do that because they wanted to put their own logging company logos and stuff on there for their gameplays. All of your pallet, you have no room for wolf spawns. I saw that message pop up about no room for wool pallets. And you have a message on something about the goats and milk. I guess the spawn point for goat milk is full. All right. That is that field. Let's go fill up again. Top off. That one's full. Hadn't emptied it yet. Let's get some more. Oh, what's that? It's not that old forge hits thing, is it? Hi. Oh, Voltra high tech. Oh, is that the older Voltra that Mark's used for quite a while? It's got a turbo in it or something. I mean, it just whines. Right. Full seed. It's full of seed. set it to.
All right, they're both full in seed.
Some fertilizer first. Oh. Just a little. Are you working, Resnick, or are you just tied up, not able to come in? We did update the map just before the stream started, thinking we had found a fix, but last that wasn't correct. Just, here. Now my night lights work. Now my dusk to dawn lights are working. Up. Go. And we will. Dawn. Then we got some milk to haul. All right. I'm gonna go haul some milk, and maybe we need to haul some dairy pallets back. I gotta check.
All right, sounds good. I don't know what I can or can't do.
I think we got plenty of milk in there. 1,000 liters. Almost 2 full pallets of that. Oh, it's work night. And where are you at? Almost a full pallet of that. Almost a full pallet of that. And a pallet of dairy is some super slow production, which I like. Got almost a full pallet of everything and almost 2 pallets of homogenized. A little bit. That's good. I hit the road. Hit the sign. Haven't downloaded it yet, huh? still have like 54,000 liters of milk in the factory. Dump this at the bulk sell point. Still have like 54,000 liters of milk in the factory. Y'all get out of the road. There we go. Alright, check you later, Haggard. Thanks for dropping by. Walk right through the milk tank. Up with that. Oh, good. The hose will reach way over here. I don't think it'd be weird to have a sell point that...
Yeah, I'm not here. I'm not ignoring you on purpose. I'm just listening to you on YouTube, and there's about a 20-second delay, so I hear what you're talking about.
Fine. I don't think it'd be weird to see a sell point that takes silage, hay, and straw at a different farm, or items you need for that. No, I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's a pretty cool idea. So if you have a non-player farm that is a dairy farm, then having a sell point where they buy silage and hay and straw is a cool idea. If you've got an animated, well, it doesn't have to be. If you've got, let's say, a bacon factory, then it could accept potatoes and corn and various ingredients that would go into pig food. Let's say a bacon factory. I think that's a pretty good idea. Then it could accept potatoes, corn, and various ingredients. Okay, so it would be like not just a sell point, but an actual animal area, like using the extra animals thing. Or at the cow farm, you basically have an area that you can dump your stuff for sale, or you have can make use of it. Hey, Twisted Eagle, what is up? Oh, I should have stopped at that stop sign now, shouldn't I? Alrighty. Let's see. And let's make some money. Yeah, that's why I thought you would do it at like a non-player farm. Just a, you know, just a deco farm. So we basically get 2 pallets of homogenized milk per day, and 1 full pallet of dairy goods per day. Got what? 1, 2, 3. Got 5 pallets. Let's go haul another load of milk. Oh, let's stop. Let's actually stop at the intersection this time. Can you see those pallets at the factory?
Yeah, I can see them. I just can't do nothing with them.
Think you can come up with a skid steer?
All right, I'll try.
Going over at the shop. Oh, I guess we're kind of blowing the speed limit here. I don't know why the stop sign approaching is there. There's no stop sign. Get out of the way. Can't get a little closer this time to the fill point. There we go. Just walk right through the truck. Just walk right through it. Go. Hey, Aiden, what's up? Thousand, 8,000 liters, 1,000 gallons, 5,000 gallons of slurry. We need to replate our trailer. Homopaste. Must have emptied it out. We emptied it out. All right. And we're back to the dairy. Kind of how we're going to need to start every morning with a couple trips of milk hauling. And maybe hauling a load of finished product back to the Creamery store. You know anything about these kind of tankers to know if 7,700 gallons is semi-realistic capacity?
No, but I'll look it up.
You're so close to a full stop there. We're doing a multiplayer on this. It's not an open multiplayer because we are using a customized version of the map. So, see how this is faring over here.
All right, go for it. I got the truck set up.
Oh, it just took it. I didn't know if the truck would take it or not. I was hoping it would. Hey Colin, what's up? Just hauling our first load of dairy products that were produced here at our Eyes production facility. Back to the Creamery shop for sale. Now that we've got our dairy up and running here, this is going to be another daily job. Bring back our pallets of finished goods for sale. Now, I don't know if it's going to take these. So we'll find out. Oh, it did. Sweet. I didn't think it would take those, but turned them.
Yeah, it'll take 8 of them, all mixed.
Is that what you based your highest truck off of?
Yep. All right, I'll put the milk truck away. You take this load down to the farm.
Close the gate. There we go. And let's haul this back to the farm. Go a different way. I've been taking the other trip. So who else is playing the South Mountain Creamery? Careful, because the map boundary is right there beside us. Miss the turn, you're going to run right into an invisible wall. This road is probably one of my favorite roads through here on the map because of the trees and the windy nature of this particular part of the road. You want me to prove that that's the map boundary? I don't know about that. Come in. Back here. Open this up, because this is where we are going to deliver our goods. Open the box up. Whoa, we just dropped a whole heaping load of weight on the truck. And straps. You have strap. Pretty cool. Making us some money. I like this truck because it had the little Thermo King, the cooler. You can haul our dairy products in cool conditions. I wonder if there's a way to turn it on. See how much money we get out of this haul. Oh, racking up the money. That's nice. $15,000. Not a bad little haul for our milks, our production. What's your milestone? Alright, once I get this taken back, I guess we'll jump in the tractors and head up and plant. Oh, okay. Yeah, take every little milestone you got and celebrate it, right? Hey, Fat Mike, what is up? So I shut the doors. Totally crooked. Ooh. All right. Let's head on up to field. Gee, I don't know which field we want to do. Oops. Let's see here. Let's go do field 6. We should be able to hammer out field 6 pretty quick. $5 a.m. Where are you at that it's 5 a.m.?
Okay, I'll be up in a minute.
Good night, John. I'm excited about 19. I mean, I pre-ordered 19 the instant it was available. And I'm excited about everything I'm seeing. Oh, okay, Poland. I was like, UK is not going to be 5 a.m. already yet. We've got some folks from Australia that watch, and it should be well past 5 a.m. there. I like lots of things that I'm seeing out of the early gameplay videos. Liking lots of the... Well, I went the wrong way. There isn't much that I've seen so far about 19 that I am not liking. Stuff that I'm not overly enjoyed about will probably be corrected by the time it does release. Don't take the road I took. It's the long. Oh, pickles are nasty. Nasty little things. You can eat all the pickles you want. All right. That's fine. It doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be some great leap in technology. They say Rome, you know, there's the saying Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't go from a pocket calculator to a supercomputer overnight. Get there in small steps. Well, I'm sure that was also the thought process with early 17, that modded 15 would be a lot more fun than the early 17 with no mods, but they'll come. That's right. It's more about the platform. There are very few games that are so open world, where you I mean, what Giants is basically giving us is an engine for which we can play and manipulate our own creations, our fellow gamers, players' creations on it. They're giving us sample maps in the 3 delivered maps that come. They're giving us sample equipment in the base game equipment.
Corn, right? Or soybeans?
Corn. So, you know, it's all... Really, it's about the engine that they're delivering, and the starting stuff that they're delivering early on. And the fact that they're providing such an open world. You come on this map and do no farming at all. You could just drive around. You could just do whatever. FDR Logging has those logging maps where they don't have any farming whatsoever. They just use the game engine in order to facilitate a mountainous logging concept. And it works. Well, they could deliver dynamic ground and they could not work or not be very well. What they've said is they'll deliver it when they can do it in a fashion that they feel is a good product. So that's a good thing, that they're not just throwing something out there and saying, here it is, you all wanted it. It's junk, but you all wanted it, so you can have it. Saying what we can deliver now isn't good enough, so we're not going to deliver it. I mean, Unreal is probably more known now for the Unreal Engine than the Unreal game itself. At least that's my impression, because there's so many things built off of the Unreal Engine that I think most players know of Unreal as the game engine as opposed to an actual game itself. For me, the biggest holdup on, like Goldcrest Valley, there was an area between a farm shed and a field that was fairly grassy. That, you'd want to maybe plow up and make a field, or maybe put something there, but it wasn't flat at all. It's pretty rough. And that's where I was like, man, it would be really cool if you could level the ground out. That's where dynamic ground would really be useful. But with 19, they have a concept of the ground basically coming up and forming with the a placeable. So if that happens, then as far as I'm concerned, that's dynamic enough for me. I got a GPS. We can start making these little ups and downs opposed to circles. So I know there will be folks that will be more skeptical, more reserved with wanting to commit their money to 19, and that's fine. And you'll have 17. Nobody's forcing you to stop playing 17 or anything. Everyone knows and understands that modders in general will be focusing most or not all of their efforts on 19. But there's no shame in sticking with 15 or 17 for any period of time. I know some folks that have said, well, I'm not going to play 19 for a year and let the modders figure out how to make good mods, because Giants maps are bad. Well, I can tell you, looking at the footages, the videos and stuff from Gamescom, I think some of those giant maps look pretty darn good to me. But I also know that there's lots of ways to put lipstick on a pig, so to speak. And I think about Goldcrest Valley and how you could probably piece together a 2 or 3 minute map clip of Goldcrest Valley, and it could look really cool, look really nice. And then you get on the map and you're like, oh, yeah, I see that area, and that looks pretty neat, but all of the areas around it don't look good at all. Horses? I saw somebody riding a horse, so I saw you could ride a horse. I saw the horse placeable area that you put down, so you obviously feed and water your horses. Apparently there's some level of horse training, and then you can sell your horses for a higher value. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not all that into horses as far as gameplay goes. So personally, I might not do horses at all. I don't know. I'm not super excited about them. The idea of riding a horse around a map doesn't get me excited. Yeah, well, the lead guy from Seasons is now a Giants employee. That is correct. He apparently was tasked with working on the mission system, from what I understand. And who knows what else. Now they haven't confirmed or made any real statements related to Seasons being a part of the base game. Now there is interesting fact that in one of the game options there was a setting to configure temperature, how temperature would display. Which, you know, thinking about the base game is a little strange. Temperature isn't a factor in the base game at all. But to this point, I mean, none of the gameplay footage at Gamescom had any semblance of having seasons in it or any type of seasonal support. So either the version of the game that they were showing off at Gamescom deliberately excluded that, or it's not going to be there. I think we've got enough time to just finish this field, and we'll close out the stream. Hey, Nordwest Gaming. It's hard to say if they have any more big surprises up their sleeve. Oops. So I didn't turn quick enough. You know, we've got what, 3 months? August. Yeah, we got 3 months between now and release. What kind of news will we get in the next 3 months? It's hard to say. We got the map boundary up here. Thankfully I didn't run into it. Oh, there it is. Right there is the map boundary, DB. Wanted me to run into an invisible wall. I did. I had to move this fence back. It was.
Yeah, this is a field where I added some grass down there by the fence.
See, that was a smarter idea. That took the effort of actually moving the fence, piecing it back together. this one tree up here was pretty close to the field edge, so I kind of did. Well, it's a fine, you know, it's a fine expectation. I wouldn't say nothing's changed. From what I understand, what, soybeans was added as a crop in 17. We got sugarcane now. We have cotton in 19. We have oats in 19. We have pigs in 17. We're going to have horses and dogs and birds and deer in 19. Got a whole different light engine. Got dynamic sky with clouds floating around. That's a lot of nothing, so to speak. Got John Deere, which is a killer addition for some folks. Other folks may not be overly concerned about it. You have a GPS or you just free for it?
Just free.
It's fine. You can have your views and your opinions. It's fine. But the bit about where the ground can come up and meet, replaceable, so you don't have like a corner of the building floating off the ground, or the ground can sink to form around your placeable, is pretty cool. I saw a gameplay video where the guy was putting down a placeable shed, and you can see where one corner, based on the green shadow of the placeable, would have been below the surface of the ground. And you could see that as he moved the building around a little bit, the cost to put the building down changed, because there was a cost to I guess deform the land, come in with an excavator and either level it up or take some out. And when he put the building down, it was not, there wasn't a corner buried under the ground, there wasn't a corner sticking up out of the ground. Ground came up and went down to meet it. Yeah, we're playing Hofbergman. That's fine. There's dynamic sky in 17, and then there are dynamic clouds in 19. So all Hofbergman is doing is the skybox rotates. If you look straight up and fast forward the clock on Hofbergman, you'll see that the whole screen, the whole sky just spins around a point. It makes it look like the clouds are moving, but they're literally moving in a circle. With 19, the clouds are dynamic 3D objects. Modders can, and map makers can retexture clouds, as opposed to simply having a storm sky and a clear sky and a cloudy sky. You can have storm clouds. You can have different types of storm clouds. There's actually going to be a sun that traverses the sky, not just light that shifts, but an actual sun that you can see rise and fall, along with the moon. Moon on West Coast was just a picture. It wasn't really a moon. It wasn't really casting a light source. All right. Oops, wrong. I need to go fuel up. Oh, it's okay. Well, let's shoot some fuel at the biogas. All right, I think we're gonna call her for the night. And be back Monday. Gotta go over here and fuel this tractor up. We should probably just go ahead and take them back to the farm and fill them up later. Oh, there it is.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright. Let's see how much this costs. Well, I guess I really don't care how much it costs if I can earn about $19,000 a day in dairy product. I don't even know how much money we made in our milk. Oh, 23,000 in milk and 19,000 in dairy products. $32,000 in income so far, and $363 of fuel. Wow. I think our income to expense ratio is fairly positive at the moment. What's that tractor look like fuel-wise?
I'm the reason you have a fuel expense.
I fill it up too. I was down to 18 gallon.
Yeah, what I got in it was in the red.
Ah. Hey, who do you think did that? Alright guys, well, I want to thank you for coming out and watching. Great discussion. Been a great crowd. Tomorrow night I might be streaming. Not sure. If I stream tomorrow night, it'll be on Maplewood. I'm not sure. I got some videos I need to record. I got some other stuff I need to do. Obviously, streaming kind of eats into that. We'll see. So, at the worst, we'll be back Monday. At the best, we'll be back tomorrow. Or Sunday. Just watch the channel for a, I guess a streaming posting. I'll put it up. If we are going to be streaming. I'll put a notice up. Until next time, guys, happy farming.